So I just came back from the drive and I bought myself there you go, a chomp. And they're this delicious wafer chocolate with caramel. Wafer and chocolate with caramel. I don't know what's in it. Wafer biscuit and caramel coated with choc compound. So done up chocolate. Things are just not cocoa. They got emulsifiers and sugars and starches and all these other things. So it's like a pretty long chocolate bar. I used to buy them because they were one of the cheapest chocolate bars that you can ever buy. Besides something like Caramello Koala or the Frog or a Milky Way sort of was cheaper. But I used to buy these because they're like one of the cheapest, not the cheapest, one of the cheapest things. So they're actually pretty delicious. They're really chewy. So but I used to buy one of these with a couple little musk sticks, which were like 5 or 10 cents each, 20 cents at most. But today I was feeling like really starving, so yeah. Who I live with, they brought the chocolate rounds, which is like a chocolate biscuit or something. But I bought this, so hopefully it'll tie me over for a little while. You know, sometimes you just wake up starving. You don't know why, because you eat. But I have been doing more exercise, so I've been trying to trim down a bit. Because I seriously used to have like this high featured face and it was quite lovely. But now it's like really round and I don't know whether my face has actually fallen down or whether I've just been lying down so much I put on a lot of weight and it's giving me a really rounded look with a double chin. So I'm talking about that weight when I'm eating chocolate, that's a great thing. But so I've been doing more exercise to try and tone myself up a bit. I would love to look how I did when I was younger with a nice face, like, because my face was well contoured, like no one likes my teeth but the shape of the face was actually a lovely shape. I used to look in the mirror and I was like, oh, it looks so nice, you know, I've got such a nice shaped face. I used to like fall in love with my own looks but now it's like nothing, I have no contour or anything, it's just rounded and I'm like, I find it very difficult to see a high cheekbone or anything. It's just round and I'm like, oh, what am I going to do with this kind of face, you know? I just bear it, grin it and bear it. But I don't have the same shaped face anymore because I used to have like cheekbones you could see. And I used to like, yeah, I had a finer face, I would say. And people can say what they like. Those closest to me are like all negative about my looks. But people can say that what they like, but I had a good time with, you know, other people for a while with feeling quite attractive with a nice looking face. So people can give you all the negativity they want, but I still thought I had a nice look, you know, about my face. And then now I don't. Now I've just got a face which is, it's rounded. But true enough, some people plump up their cheeks to round their face to give them a more childish or roundish look, which is fine if you want it, but mine was a bit of a surprise. I just looked in the mirror one day and I was like, after avoiding the mirror for like 5 years, and I was like, ooh. Then I checked my weight and I was like, ooh, I put on like, 55 kilos or something. Without realizing it. Because I was actually wearing I was wearing these jogger pants, which were kind of stretchy. And I was wearing the same clothes, but I just put on a bucket of weight and I was like, oh, no wonder I look a bit different when I look in the mirror and stuff. And don't get me wrong, I wasn't not doing exercise. I was just doing a lot of floor biking, which is probably the least effective exercise to turn your whole body. And I was ignoring your sit-ups and push-ups. But then after like 3 years of floor biking, I just realized I put on a heap of weight, and I was like, and then I started to reintroduce a more full-bodied workout, but it's taken a while. So, like, I don't do that much exercise, but it's taken a while for me to start appearing better. I've only just recently lost a tiny bit of weight, and it's not all bad though. I mean, sometimes you do get used to the fuller face look, but I actually kind of look a little bit younger than what I did, but but I still liked it. Like, I miss my look, my image, because now I can't even take a photo. I just like think, oh, what's my face gonna do? Just look round. And I used to like have angles, and now I don't have any angles. I just got round and round. Nothing's working on this. So where I used to have like a nice feature, a tighter face, But when you're getting old and you're like going, oh, so what about your looks? I mean, one grey hair is like 10, and you're like going, oh, who cares? It's all going down the toilet now. But I do miss it though. I miss the way I could turn my head and take a really nice picture, turn my head another way and take a really nice picture. So it used to be really enjoyable to myself. And but like I said, all around me people like all negative about you, like you don't look good enough, you look not so great, you look ugly, and you're like going, screw you, I look great. I was working it on self-pride really, and every time I dated someone, it was like a catastrophe for everyone who wanted me to believe that I was really ugly or something, because I'm not good enough for doing anything but sitting in my room with a bag over my head. So whenever I dated someone new, it was like no one would move, literally. So don't, and yeah. And when they did move, it was a big negative cutback to teach me a lesson. I'm like, what am I learning, really? A bunch of haters, people who want to make you believe that you should just be in your room with a bag over your head. You want you to feel as worthless as you can by separating you from someone who might say, might say something in contrast to whatever they think, and you're like going, that's not. I haven't been dating, but it's not because I was told not to date. It's because I've been self-absorbed, having problems, personal problems. So I don't really listen to, I don't listen to other people. It's like, I go, screw you, all the time. Because that's what people want you to believe, something to demean you or make you small or cripple you, or they want to be the biggest people in the world, and they want to overlord their space, and they want to tell you what to do, and you're like, no, I'm not listening to that. I mean, it's crippling you. It crippled me. It's crippling you from living your life. You know, instead of trying things and expanding your life, your experiences in life, and living your life, people are telling you, don't live your life. Sit indoors. Stay with a bunch of people who are negative towards you, demean you, and do nothing. And then you'll be living a worthwhile life, and you're like going, yeah, right. Yeah, that's worthwhile, sitting in like a prison in a way. So, but eventually I do that anyways. I mean, I pretty much stick to a room. Don't go out that much except for some local events and stuff. So, but when you're not in relationships and you're not meeting people, apparently everyone should be very satisfied with that. And you're like going, well, it's not really living your life. It's sitting in a prison, feeling like life's, nothing but a room. It's a bit of a toilet, kind of like living in a toilet. You really got like maybe a little sink and maybe a toilet, but you don't have much space. You don't have, you're just in someone's toilet. And it's not even your own toilet, because you can't go out and make money or anything if you're sitting in a toilet all the time. So that version of living your life doesn't really work in the modern world. People, the expectations of society is that you earn money, is that you have a relationship and eventually have kids, and the world keeps growing. And then if you're living in a toilet, all you can do is go to the toilet and wash yourself, and do virtually nothing else. So I don't think very highly of this dunny fantasy that people want to keep you in. So whatever. Anyway, I gotta do some other stuff. I got some packages today. I'm gonna open them.